Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Bivens, and I am here to share my story. I want to talk to you quickly about why I'm here. I want to talk to you about why you're here, and I want to talk to you about why you are a champion. As I stand before you today, I stand as a graduate of the University of Oklahoma twice. I graduated in 2000 with my degree in sociology and business. And then I also graduated from the University of Oklahoma College of Law in 2007, and I'm a licensed attorney in the state. I stand before you as a father of two beautiful children. I get to live my dream every day and help people. I do consulting as well as practice law. But it didn't always start out like that. There's something about the least of these. There's something about those who cannot defend themselves. See, you all are here because you're here to find out and celebrate an organization that does just that, that champions the cause of those who cannot speak for themselves, who can't fight for themselves, who sometimes can't deal with the life that they were given. One day my mom was like, "We're going to get shoes." And I got excited. So we got to go to Payless. It was going to be a glorious day. I was going to get some shoes, and so she said, "Marcus, pick out some shoes." So I put one on, and she was like, "How you like it?" I was like, "I like these." She's like, "Well, try another one on." And I put that one on, and she was like, "How do you like them?" And I kind of jumped around. I was, moving a little bit. I was like, "I'm not going to slip in gym class anymore. These are going to be good." And so she was like, "You like those?" I was like, "I like these." She was like, "Those are the ones you want?" I said, "Yes." She's like, "Good." She said, "Okay." So she took my shoes and put them in the box. She was like, "I don't even want you to wear these shoes. These are just too terrible. Just put them in the box." And so she was like, "I'm going to go look at some other shoes. Why don't you go ahead and get in the car?" And I was so excited. I was just like those little kids singing happy. I was happy. I was jumping around. She was like, "Go get in the car." I was like, "No, Mommy, I'll just stay with you. Look at some shoes. What you going to get? Some heels, some pumps, some flats? What are you getting?" And then her whole countenance changed. "Marcus, I said go get in the car. And when you get there, get under the dash." And my happy feeling left. And I walked out of that store. And then my walk became a ran, and I jumped in the car, and I got it in the dash like she told me. And the feeling in the pit of my stomach started to well up because I knew my mom had just made me steal a pair of shoes. Now, I don't fault her for that. It was, again, a time in her life where she didn't have very much control over anything. But who was going to speak for me? Who was going to let anyone know? Right? So we're going to take a pen out of the story. Take one, pass it back. I get a weekly reader. And in it says, "Drugs are bad. If you see these items, run or tell an adult." And so I get this weekly reader, and I am mortified. I'm terrified. Because for the first time in my life, I knew that what my mom was doing was bad. 9 years old, 4th grade. And so I got up the courage that afternoon. Things had kind of settled down, and I had Miss Rhodey. And so I got up the courage, and I was like, "Mrs. Rhodey, I need to talk to you." And she was like, "Well, what is it, Marcus?" I was like, "Well, I need to talk to you in private." And she was like, "Well, can it wait till PE and music?" And I said, "Sure." I go back to her desk, and she's standing there, and I'm like, "Mrs. Rhodey, we had the weekly reader today. And I've seen that stuff before. I think I know my mom is using drugs. I've seen her do it." Mrs. Rhodey didn't say anything. She just picked me up and put me on her lap and started rocking and telling me it would be okay. That story, I speak all over the state. I do this a lot, and that story always gets me because I still have not found Mrs. Rhodey to show her me now. But she was my champion that day. And I've had many, many along the way. What you're here to do today is make a difference in some children that you may never, ever meet. But you do not know what they can become. You do not know what God has put in them. Because they can become a lawyer. They can become a doctor. They can get up every day and be happy about their life because they get to go live their passion and inspire people. That's what you have the power to do today. So each and every one of you is a champion. Each and every one of you has an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of people that can't be done on their own. They can't do it without your help. I wish somebody had been able to grab my mother when she was 15 and take her in and tell her, you're not damaged, you're not broken, you can be okay, and he needs you. That's what you have the power to do today. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.